Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake, aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with a meme deck, 2.3 ELIXIR Ram Rider deck. You've never seen anything this fast, and it is so fun to play. You got the rage from the Lumberjack to rage up that Ram Rider, and just when your opponent thinks that the Ram Rider is out of cycle, you mirror it and stomp them because they will not have their Inferno Towers in cycle. So let's go jump straight into some games and let's try to assert some dominance. Even though this deck is quite a meme, hopefully we can win a couple games with it. So we're going to go kick off this game with Ice Spirit at the river. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. And this dude is dropping absolutely nothing besides a Dark Goblin. So Dark Goblin making me think that you're running a bait deck. We're going to go for a Bar Barrel here. And if you end up having a Goblin Barrel, we're going to be all good. We're going to be fine, man. He's got no, he's got the Prince. This is not the best for us. I'm going to have to end up dropping Bats, Ice Spirit here. And hopefully, yeah, okay, cool. Should be able to finish off that Prince then. That was good. Ice Spirit was a little bit of a savior here. And how are we going to win this game? We got Miner, so we're going to end up going for Ram Rider here. And then we're just going to end up snowballing those bats back. Kill the Miner a little bit quicker. I could also snowball the Dark Goblin, so then we get more chip damage on the tower. Kills it and slows down the tower. So I think the Ram Rider gets a connection then, maybe? Oh, it was so close. I was almost saying yeah, but it wasn't happening. I cursed ourselves, guys. Unfortunately, I have to end up going for an Ice Spirit, go kite that opposite lane. I could have also elected to drop Skeletons, but I'm going to go save that for the Miner. It's got Fire Spirits as well. Very interesting. Fire Spirit doesn't connect to the tower. The Mortar does, though. Only one hit. So, Dark Goblin does get devoured by our Ram Rider, so that's pretty good for us. I definitely want him to go for Miner, and I want to go catch that with the Lumberjack. And then counter push. That would be ideal. This Mortar's out of cycle. Yep, very cool. This is exactly what we wanted. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to save the Snowball for offense, and then I'm going to end up going for the Ram Rider. And then Lumberjack will stay alive, so I didn't have to Snowball. I want to die, so then I can get a juicy Snowball here. So we can go and kill the Dark Goblin immediately, and then get that connection, because he's only going to end up having Goblin Gang in cycle. And he ends up going for the Fire Spirits instead, so it's great. So this matchup is actually pretty good for us if he ends up cycling the Mortar on offense. I really want him to do that again, so then he has no other answer besides Goblin Gang. Then we can just Snowball it, killing the Dark Goblin as well, too. Skeletons here. And I don't want to go cycle Lumberjack like this. I'm going to, though. I think he's going to save the Mortar. Yep, he's smarter now. He's evolved. He's transcended. He's next level plays. So, we're actually going to get this raged up at least. Bats are going to stay alive. That's very important for us. We can cycle a second cycle of Bats here. And then Ice Spirit on top of the spam. Just need to end up getting Skeletons here, so then we don't end up losing our entire tower to that Prince. You guys know it could happen. It's very possible. It's actually highly probable in this scenario. If that Prince just gets on top of our tower, we're screwed. We're toast. End up going for another Lumberjack. Hopefully drops a Miner. He's not doing it. Hopefully it just misses the Ice Spirit. Oh, it actually hit. Alright, if you drop it that close, it does actually hit. That's interesting. I didn't know that interaction. It's cool to know interactions and not know interactions and learn. You know, I'm always learning. Always getting better. I have to end up going in for an Ice Spirit here. That should be able to connect to the Mortar. It does. Very cool. End up going for Skeletons here. Bats. Bar Barrel, I think, is the necessary precaution. And then the Prince should hit that, so then it doesn't devour us. Then we get the Rage up with the Ram Rider again. So can I get a Juicy Snowball here? He does get a Juicy Snowball. We get a Rage, though, I think. Can we get a Snowball? Is the Snowball going to allow us to get a hit? And it does. Let's go. That is juicy. That's so good. Ice Spirit opposite. Notice how I always tank the hit with like Skeletons or Ice Spirit, so the Lumberjack doesn't take that brutal hit from the Prince. Something that you guys gotta learn. Lumberjack is not an answer. It does kill Prince on defense, but you never really want to take that amount of damage if you can afford to. So we're gonna get Rage up again. We go for another giant Snowball. Hopefully we can get that through. I could Snowball again for the memes, but I'm not going to. And we just need 2 Snowballs here. So I could now. So obviously, the biggest issue here is the Prince. I don't really care about the Miner. The Miner's not going to kill me. So he's going to cycle 1 Snowball, get back to another. And that's GG. Well played and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you, man. Felt really good beating that Mortar player there. I love this stack. So we're going to end up saucing out an Ice Spirit at the river. We're going to see what's up. We got a game against Panda Doll. What do you have, dude? I want to end up going for Skellies, just feeling you out, see what you got. And he's not dropping anything, so we're going to go for the Ram Rider. Okay, alright. So we end up seeing Archers. Could be Earthquake, Hog Rider. Could also end up being, okay, never mind. I was going to say 2.9, but it's going to be a Giant. It's going to be a Santa Claus. I can't believe it. Alright, well, unfortunately, he's actually going to have Furnace for us. I don't like seeing that because it's going to be hard for us to break through, especially if he has Barbarians or another counter to us. So at least the Lumberjack's going to get a lot of damage. We could Ice Spirit to hold those minions in place, maybe providing a little bit more HP for the Lumberjack, allowing it to get one hit on the Furnace. This is actually working out pretty okay for us. Definitely want to go Cycle Skeleton so then the Fire Spirits don't connect to my tower. And you got a funky deck, brother. You're rocking a Goblin Barrel deck. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. Goblin Barrel is kind of a bad card because a lot of people are running double spells just like us. We're running Bar Barrel and Snowball. So this is good for me. He's got Bowler though, so he's got Bowler and Furnace, so he also has multiple win condition answers to us. So unfortunately, both of us do not have great win conditions here. So unfortunately, he does have multiple win conditions, but yeah. I think I can go in for the double Lumberjack Domination, the double Dexter. Are you guys ready for this? It's going to do a lot of damage on top of that Bowler. You can actually end up raging up the Barbarian as well. And at least the Bowler is not going to be hitting our tower, and it should get cleaned up here. So he does have a secondary win condition. The Lumberjack will get a couple hits if he doesn't respond. Oh my gosh. It's crazy that it even gets damage there. I end up going for an Ice Spirit again. And I know he's going to end up going for a Furnace. Yep, there it is. So they're separated, so I think they die. I don't think that I have to respond to that. I do, however, have to respond to that, so we have to end up going for a Giant Snowball here. At least the Skeletons will be the primary thing that he's going to be answering. And then Fire Spirits won't connect to our tower. So I can definitely end up going in for a Lumberjack here. Maybe a rush opposite lane. Yep, exactly what I wanted to have happen. Because now the Bowler should end up just dying to Bats if I protect it, right? That would be ideal. So then the Ram Rider breaks through. I protect from the Fire Spirits. So then Bats are able to just reign supreme here. Bats are actually putting in a lot of work. I definitely want to end up going for a Giant Snowball on top of those minions and archers. And he's just going to go in there. He's a wild Sir. He's super ferocious. If we do this, I think we're okay. The Ice Spirit should end up connecting onto the Goblins. And yeah, that's really minimizing the amount of damage that he's going to get. We still end up having a Lumberjack, so I could end up going in for Ram Rider, Barb Barrel, Bats here. Hopefully the Bats get on top of the tower. That's the main goal of this. Not 100% certain if that would happen or not. He ends up going for Fire Spirits. We go in for the Snowball, and we get the connection from the Ram Rider. Ram Rider finishes off those minions quite swiftly. And I like our scenario, guys. End up going in again opposite lane just because I want to keep up the aggression and not go straight into a Bowler, so that I can maybe get in a Bats around on top of the Bowler here. I'm not really trying to take the left-hand tower. I still might take the left-hand tower, but the main thing that I was trying to do is make sure that we exhausted his answers to us, and we made him spend a lot of elixir on the left-hand side, not supporting his Bowler. We're not going for Bats in the back. We're going to see what's up, see what's good. This guy's dropping nothing out of the start, so we actually ended up going for a Barb Barrel. So we see an Electro Wizard, our arch nemesis with this deck, the one card we don't really want to see, but I don't think it's going to be a Pekka deck, so that's way better for us. Pekka is very, very hard for us to deal with, but Electro Wizard is one of the worst cards for us to deal with because we don't have an answer to it. We don't have a big spell, so we can't really kill it. We also don't have a ranged unit to kill it either. So I'm going to go Ice Spirit. We see Fireball on top of that, so I guess he just didn't have a good hand. So we actually want to rush opposite with the Ram Rider now. He's got Furnace and Electro. Huh, man. It was very funky. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 sir. The double building Electro Wizard. Oh, no. I didn't sign up for this one. Can I just, like, remove my name on the signups for this game right now? It is an extravagant answer that he's got. At least the Fire Spirit dies, and 2 buildings is not going to be a fun time. I think I have to just, like, try to outcycle the Furnace. And when the Furnace is outcycled, maybe I can go and drop the Bats. So then the Bats are going to be tanking for the Inferno Tower. If the Electro Wizard's out of cycle, I think we're going to be in an okay situation then, maybe. So, I assume he's just going to go for Furnace here. I don't want to end up going for Bats then. So he's just going to eat that like a snack? Okay. Alright. I'm not sure how that happened, but the... Oh. Oh. Oh, no, 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 sir. Please, stop the madness. We did get back to a second cycle of Bats, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think that the Bats will be able to finish off the balloon. Oh, I was too lucky. I was too lucky if that were to happen. I knew that it was just a little bit wishing too much. So he did just tank that. I was like, is he AFK? But no, this man was actually insane enough to go in for that push. He was wild enough just to eat all that tower damage. So he's got Furnace, and he's also going to end up having a Inferno Tower. I want to drop an Inferno Tower. Okay, good. Even trade. Just going to go Barb Barrel again. Bats here. I can snowball this one back. I mean, this graveyard deck is super wacky, isn't it? Have you guys seen anything like this? I haven't. Ice Spirit is going to be OP. Just going to end up going for another Lumberjack here. Skeleton should be able to swarm that. And he's going to go for Furnace, which is much better for us now because the Lumberjack's going to get raged up. He's going to pulverize him, and I can go Barb Drill on top of Electro. Electro should die, but man, the double building domination. It might be too much for us, boys. It might be too much. It's so annoying. I assume he's going to go for the balloon soon, right? We'll see. I want to wait for one of the fire spirits to die, so then we can ice spirit here, and then it should hit the balloon, so that's going to be good for us. Definitely need to go in for a snowball here, and then bats. As long as the buildings are drawn out, I don't really care if they're on the right-hand side. Much better for us then. He hasn't graveyarded recently, which is weird. Definitely like ice spiriting, because then it also has potential of hitting the balloon, right? Lumberjack's going to die, okay. I can mirror bats, because he's probably not going to have an answer to that. He's got fireball, so he doesn't have poison, so the bats are going to stay alive. Just use the fireball on defense. So how are we going to break through this is the real question, guys, because he's always going to have something to cycle. Always. It's impossible for me to outcycle three cards. It's not even dropping it in like a faraway spot. I have to Inferno soon, right? If I snowball here. Can we break through? Let's go. Bats in the middle. This is what we were talking about. This is our true calling. This is our moment to shine. He's going to fireball us, but maybe the Lumberjack goes towards the tower instead of first. Let's go. Oh, man, that game was frustrating. All right, guys, we got a game against Lemon Tea. He was on Fnatic last season. We're going to go sauce out of good luck and an Ice Spirit at the river. We're going to try our hardest here. He probably doesn't know that we're running a meme deck, so don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him. Let's let him figure it out. I'm going to end up going for a Barb Barrel, so then hopefully we can end up killing that Furnace a little bit quicker. And he's going to end up having RG for sure. 100% this is RG. Go Lumberjack opposite. Skeleton should be enough to sweep that. And then I kind of want to end up going for an Ice Spirit after. So as soon as one of the Fire Spirits dies, then I go Ice Spirit, so then I should hit the second wave. So we're going to end up going Ram Rider. Bats. Barb Barrel, I think this will be enough, maybe. If we keep the bats alive a little bit longer, that'd be great. Alright, that worked out pretty okay. So it looks like I have to end up going in... Oh, no. Please tell me it's not the Barbarian double hut spam. This is unfortunate, guys. I don't know if I can win this one. Oh, Lemon Tea, don't torture me this way. Sir. Okay, well, this is going to be a fun Mimi game for sure. RG double hut. Oh no, it's a disaster, guys. We were trying our hardest, but I really don't know what to do here. I think I have to go opposite here with bats. And yeah, we got the Barbarians. We got the sauce. We got the supreme sauce here. I have to go Skelly so that the Fire Spirits don't wreck me. At least the bats are able to put in work here. And I definitely want to end up going for a Barb Barrel right on top. I think I need to go Ice Spirit to pull those barbs back if possible. It's not looking so good. Spoiler alert, guys. Spoiler alert. I have to go for a Bats around and then Snowball. Oh, nope. I have to go for Skeletons. Otherwise, those Fire Spirits just completely Kyle me. And then I have to Snowball. Oh, no. Oh, no. It was a tragedy. It was really unfortunate, guys. Grave mistakes were made when I went into the arena with this deck. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. We had to see Barbarians. We see double buildings. Can we get some respect and pieces in the chat right now, guys? I really don't know what to do at this point. I mean, maybe we can mirror Lumberjack and then I'm going for a Ram Rider and then Bats, but this is the fattest L you've ever seen in your lives. Behold, you've never seen anything like it. You guys know that I'm actually crying on the inside, even though I'm a little bit laughing right now. Sad Panda alert. I'm gonna have to go for another Ice Spirit, and it looks like he's just gonna assert dominance, potentially take 2 towers. Can we keep our dignity intact? Can we actually deny him from taking the second tower? That's what we're gonna try to do right now. End up going for a Lumberjack here, an Ice Spirit, and we're gonna have to try to just slow his push. He's gonna have to end up going for an RG to take the second one. We're gonna end up going for a Snowball. Guys, we're gonna count this as a win if we don't lose 2 towers, okay? New game plan intact. Oh, man. GG. Much love, Lemon Tea. I love you, brother. Alright, we're going to end up dropping Ice Spirit at the river. We're going to see what's up. Ice Spirit gives me damage, so I always prefer to cycle that as my first card. We're going to end up going for a Ram Rider to slow down that Hog Rider. And I'm also going to end up going for a Lumberjack to intercept that Hog Rider from getting 2 hits on the tower. Only 1 here. So he's got Hog Rider. He's going to end up having Valkyrie. So this is one of the ideal matchups. You love how ended up having Ram Rider and then counter pushing after dealing with a Hog Rider. You love to see it. So We end up seeing that Valkyrie counter pushing, knowing it will do damage. I'm going to have to go in for Skeletons to negate that. And I kind of want him to go for a Hog Rider so that we can Ice Spirit and Lumberjack, or just end up going for Ram Rider and get counter push. When I drop my Ram Rider, I'll usually be dropping it way lower than I did. Ice Spirit here, just the cycle. I drop our bats in the back. And I'm thinking that this dude's going to end up going for a Hog soon. I'm going to go for Barb Barrel. We're going to end up going for the Lumberjack here because he's already got damage on the other side. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to save my Ram Rider to go and kite the Valkyrie. And that's what we're up to. I think this will be pretty good. I'm going to go kite the Valkyrie with this. And then obviously the Valkyrie's not going to get much damage. It's going to be waddling. And it's not going to be able to do anything. She was just sitting there like a potato. Couch potato there, man. Watching the action. So Inferno Tower comes down to shut down the Ram Rider. So I think that what we could do is the Inferno Tower is going to be out of cycle. So if we Ram Rider in the back, it's going to die. Inferno Tower's dead. What does he do to kill us now? He's probably like, yo, how do you have another Ram Rider? But the pressure of this deck, or the funny thing about this deck, is we don't even need to out cycle. We can just go in for a secondary Ram Rider. I'm going to go for a Snowball. Bats are still alive, but he does have Snowball as well, so he wasn't able to shut us down. So that was really well played on his end. This guy's a pretty decent player. If he goes in here, we'll just Ram Rider. Very cool. Then we go Skeletons, Ram Rider. Should be able to kill the Hog Rider, and then he might go for the Inferno Tower, so we're actually end up going for Ice Spirit and Bats to reset the Inferno Tower. So then he wasn't able to, because he wouldn't have been able to stop. He would have been able to drop the Inferno Tower, I think, but if he had dropped the Inferno Tower, it would have gotten reset, then it would have went on Bats, and he would have still lost his tower, because he didn't have anything to drop in front of the Ice Spirit, because it was a 5 elixir investment there, so it's a pretty hefty elixir investment. So I think we're in a really good spot now. I'm going to go in for another Ram Rider. At worst, it's a 5 for 5 trade with Inferno Tower, so we'll take it. Go for Skeletons yet again in the back, and Ice Spirit. So one of my best ways of counteracting I would say Hog Rider is going in for a Snowball and using the Lumberjack, or using Ice Spirit plus Lumberjack. Lumberjack is so good at killing Hog Riders and then giving you counter push. So he's actually just going to be going for Earthquake there. It was pretty aggressive. It's pretty feisty, man. Go cycle another Lumberjack here because we knew that he would probably go for Hog Rider, but I didn't want to go and drop it like high up because it gives him a little bit more time to go and cycle a Hog Rider afterward. At this point, I know that I can just go for Bats in the middle to just go and snipe any Inferno Tower, and he actually has to drop it like in this placement, but he didn't, so he's going to lose the game now. Go for a Giant Snowball. We're going to cycle 2 Giant Snowballs to make sure that tower is not going to be able to shred our Ram Rider. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Man, that was a fun game.